Hello guys, before I review this film, I know that, and spoilers, I'm not going to do a really good job of this review, so don't be annoyed. I know you're going to be annoyed, but don't be annoyed that much, because I am trying. Anyway, thank you very much for the 221 subscribers, because it was on for ages 208, and then it was 215, and then it went to 219, and then it went back to 215, and then it's gone up to 221. So make up your mind, guys, if you want to subscribe to me or not. But yeah, thank you very much for subscribing. If this went down when this video released, I look completely stupid right now, but thank you very much for subscribing. I really mean it. I'm not just saying that because I know there's some creators out there that say it. I'm not saying all of them do, but some do. You know what I mean? So so if you think I'm one of those people who say, "Oh, thank you very much for subscribing, I really do appreciate it," no, I do, because otherwise I'll be really annoyed that for years it's gonna be stuck on 208 subscribers, and I don't know what else to do, because this is a seasonal kind of, video seasonal sort of thing. So it's like, how can I move on with my videos? Because at the end of the day, it might be stuck on 208 subscribers, and then the videos will no longer be carrying on with different videos because stuck with 208 subscribers. And not only that, because I am impressed with you subscribing, but also the thing I like because of you subscribing is that otherwise people would not like my video. I know some subscribers out there of this channel are not exactly pointing it at you guys, but some of you are not. I'm not saying it's your fault, but if my videos are boring and everything like that, please tell me in the comments that you want another video that you want. Just put in the comments, and because I know that some people don't do that. And if you don't want to do that, that's okay. I'll check on my settings and everything that this viewer doesn't want this video or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, this viewer doesn't want this video anymore. It wants a different video in general. So thank you very much for subscribing, and I really appreciate it. Anyway, just carry on with my reaction to Bohemian Rhapsody. Let's go. Hello guys, welcome back to another video. I haven't done my reaction kind of video for like a while, and I did promise that I'll do a review of Bohemian Rhapsody, and yeah, this is my reaction to this film. I watched it on Netflix because that's what you normally do when you react to films. In my family, personally, and probably in your family. I'm not sure if your family is completely different. I'm not sure, obviously. It's one of those films that you think, obviously, there's lots of musical kind of people about artists and bands and stuff. And Queen, this film about Queen is really, really good, obviously, because otherwise this film will be really rubbish. People will say around the world this film is rubbish, but no, this film isn't rubbish. It's just really different to other movies or bands. Like with Rocket Man, it was really different. With Apple the movie, it was really different. With other bands, like other films to do with bands and singers, it was really different. And with Bohemian Rhapsody, it felt special in a way, probably. I'm not entirely sure. Probably because lots of people really praise for Queen and everything like that, and how people love Queen very much. Not this Queen, but I mean like the band Queen. And if you don't know who Queen is, it's a really heavy rock kind of, not heavy rock, what am I on about? UK sort of heavy rock, glamour rock, whatever you want to call it. I know what it is, but sometimes they're different. Sometimes when it's basically the same sort of topic of music. So I don't know what you want to call this, but anyway, they're really popular. even still today, they done like a little remake of. It's like a Queen reunion or something like that. So people will be doing nowadays. Like there's lots of cult following over the years with Queen and everything like that. So obviously Queen is really popular, and not that popular than ABBA or Cliff Richard or Frank Sinatra or something, but Queen is really popular though, okay, really famous, everything like that. I know I sound like I'm just washing, I'm not, I'm just thinking it. So in this film, I didn't like his family, because his family is really strict. I know most families are really strict, but I mean, like, this one is really, like, the father's not a nice character. I'm just gonna say it. Well, I don't like Freddie's father. He's weird. But at the very end of the film, spoiler alert, he takes it as Freddie is one of those normal people. I know normal is not a really good word for, anything, but he accepts that Freddie is who he is, or that he's a really good singer, everything, a really nice person. I know some people find Freddie sometimes a little bit dodgy. But not most artists, most singing artists are dodgy anyway, because they do lots of weird things. I'm not saying all artists do, but most do, okay? So that's it about his family. We never see about anybody else's family in the film, with the bands, and, all the people in the band's family. We just see Freddie, because it's aimed at Freddie Mercury for some reason. Don't know why, but it is. And the first time I watched it in 2017, I think it's 2017, it first came out, 2017, 16, something. I didn't really like it, because it was new to me, watching probably the first ever at the cinema, the first ever artist kind of band movie at the cinema, so it was like a new thing, and I didn't think it'll be that exciting, because it was just like a drama action kind of movie. There's kind of like a documentary, if that makes sense, about a band or artist or something, singer kind of person, or so I didn't know how to think of it. And then when I watched it, looking back on it now in 2021, I think. No, I didn't really watch in 2021 on Netflix. I watched it in 2022 as well. I watched a little bit last year, and I thought I need to do something else this year. So I watched it this year in 2022, and I loved it. I loved the hell out of it. I know that some people think, oh, why are you saying that you loved Queen, even though you're supposed to be loving something that you dislike? I like everything, guys, to do with this sort of thing. I haven't seen every single kind of band, music, artist kind of tropes kind of movies. I just watched Rocketman, ABBA the movie, and probably other ones that I can't really remember. I think I might watch something about the Beatles next, because that's on Netflix where I live. Same with David Bowie, this is like some kind of documentary. So there's lots of artist kind of films around. Not artists like painting artists, but I mean like singing artists, obviously, because I know that some people who's watching this video get confused for some reason. But anyway, so I just think that this. By the way, this video is not sponsored by 7up. I'm just using this shirt because, But anyway, this film definitely good. Most films don't feature that much of a person's whatever. Oh, he's gone to this place to do some singing, or we went to this place. We don't never see that much. I don't know why. We see a little bit, and then it's gone to the next scene, thinking, oh, okay, now this man or this woman, or this blah 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 blah, this character is now featuring into something to do with Queen, and then it's gone back to Queen itself. So it's like, what are we aiming at here? But mainly we're aiming at Freddie Mercury and all the other bands, all the other people in the band. and in the family of Freddie Mercury. So it's really complex because I have seen this film several times, probably going 2 times actually. I watched this film in detail the second time, and what I'm gonna say is, I feel like most things in this film is gone way better when I saw it the second time, this time. So it's like, oh, I forgot that Mary and Freddie broke up and now they're having a really big issue. When I watched the cinema and the first time I watched it, I feel like, meh, I don't really care. But then I watch it again, I feel like this is really important, we need more of this, and it didn't happen that much, so I was kind of disappointed with that. Apparently the actor who plays Freddie Mercury couldn't sing. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but if he did sing, he's really good at it. I think the others are really good. I'm not saying they're bad, they're really good, but I'm just saying that some singers who are not professional sing really good, and I'm not sure if they're professional or not, but still they're really good at singing. Not the ones that are playing side characters, but I mean like the ones who are playing the people in Queen, They did talk about other artists about that time in the 1970s and 80s, like David Bowie, Lulu, I think it was. I'm not sure about other ones. I think that's the only 2 I remember, because I knew that those 2, but I didn't know that they're up against another singer or another band, and I had to know something about Live Aid, and poor Freddie didn't know Live Aid, and I felt so sorry for Freddie Mercury about that point, because I feel like, because when you look at characters in films, you feel like they don't really care, and sometimes when they do care, you don't feel that much, thinking, oh, I missed it, and several years went past, and I haven't, came across thinking, oh, I need to go back to Queen, even though I'm doing a solo album, and oh, look at this, I need to carry on with the solo album, and I haven't finished it yet, even though you had to do one song, and songs probably take over like a month or a week, I know, but you've got several months, and poor Mary's coming to you thinking, go home to your proper home, you know what I mean? Like, everything like that is really all over the place, you know what I mean? So I'm not sure you can concentrate more on Freddie or the other people. I concentrate on the other people because they have more backstories I want to know than Freddie Mercury, because I found, even though we love Freddie Mercury in this film, the character, he's really boring sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, if he shouts, he shouts, if he talks, he talks. But most people, when they do it in some films, they pull it off really well, if that makes sense. I'm so sorry if I can't speak today, but this one, he's like pulling it off really well, but in the middle, not 100%. But as the game probably just me, probably I'm just used to the over the top. When I say over the top, it's like 100%, not over the top, saying, oh, look at this, I'm going to be so shouty and talky. Yeah, not that sort of over the top, but you know what I mean. So that's nothing. So in this film, I think like there's lots of things going on, and I really like the music. I really like the backstory with Freddie Mercury, but not that well done what I wanted, because I did watch it before, but I didn't really concentrate it good, because how much we need to concentrate on him every time, but it's like, meh. We just enjoy the film because we're enjoying the film, and it was really a big success, because if that makes sense, because it was really big, and there was lots of Oscars, I think, if I recall, with my review of everything to do with this film. So it is probably better than because when I watched on Netflix recently, as I said before, it wasn't bad, it was excellent, because you haven't seen it for a very long time, and then when you watch it again, it's better because you look back at something and you think, ooh, I missed something there, but at the same time it's not really that important. So it's like, I think it was best if I didn't see that bit, and then I'm thinking, hang on, that bit is also important to do with this character that isn't probably Freddie Mercury. So it's like, what am I supposed to focus on? You know what I mean? And I feel like every time I watch this film, I feel like I really feel sorry for Freddie. Then I feel so sorry for another person like Mary or anybody else. So it's like, what am I focusing on? You know, because Freddie Mercury is aimed at as a not really good singer, or because he's got a different background, or is it because of this or that? And another character thinking you can't do this because you got scheduled to do something else in the week or something like that. So every single character you need to think of, but really we're focusing on Freddie Mercury, as I said before. So I'm not sure what we focus on in this film, because I really do like this film. I love it to pieces, but I just feel like what's the point of showing us this sort of thing, even though it's around the 70s and the 80s? It doesn't matter what decade it is, obviously, but I mean, like, yeah, I'm not sure what we're supposed to focus on. I focused on the music in the background, the people in front, and you know what I mean, and I like it in the foreground. They choose specific fonts, like in Cruella, they show lots of fonts in supermarkets or whatever, and I like that in Cruella as well, when they showed lots of similar sort of things, because it's from the 70s, and with Cruella they done it well because it was like a 1970s feel to it. But with Bohemian Rhapsody, probably because it's a different studio or company or director, but I mean, like, with this one, they got the 70s or 80s feel definitely to the UK wise and other countries, but it wasn't. I wasn't really into that. I was into the foreground and background. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just didn't find it. I really admire the background with everything and the clothing, the furniture and everything, because it was like 70s and 80s. But I also like the characters, so I was mainly thinking, what can I say in this review so I can critique on the things, on the people, and as again, I'm not sure. So, but as again, I really love this film. I'm not gonna say this is a bad film. The only bad films ever made is from those weird TV channels that have really bad movies. Those are bad movies, but this is not a bad movie. This is like meh. It's not bad, but it's not good. It's really good. So it's like, what can I say about this review if it's really good? And because obviously some really good movies are still bad, like Lightyear and everything like that. So I feel like this is not like a Lightyear movie. This is like one of those movies like Star Wars, but it's still bad, sort of thing. So Bohemian Rhapsody is like Star Wars. It's really good. Everything is fantastic, but the characters are boring. The effects are kind of off. Not really, but kind of off. So it's not completely off, but kind of off. So let's say the effects was the way that people talked in the film, like some of the side characters. They had nothing to do with the band, but I mean, like, some of the side characters, like the fans of the band or the family of whoever. So they talk weird, obviously, either because of their background or the way they live or whatever. But some of the times they speak modern. They don't speak what people sound like in the 70s and 80s. And I might talk about that sort of thing in like a Stranger Things video if I get around to that. So that's weird. And with another thing is how, you know, I completely forgot what I was supposed to say now. But I mean, you got the idea. Everything is good. There's all levels of how much fantastic it is, meh it is, and how hugely epic it is with the not epic, that's the wrong word, but how fantastic it is, that's what I meant. So epic is a different sort of thing, but this is what I got. So basically, I love the film, really do. The only character that I don't really like, probably because I didn't find him interesting, was the person who was in charge of the music, saying, "It's not what I wanted something else, why don't you do that?" And fun fact, that character didn't exist. So basically, I think somebody who made that film just put him in there because I think the real person who was to do with you know, Queen, the producer or whatever, of music or something, you know what I mean, was somebody else obviously, but I cannot know his name, and I think he was one of those people in real life that was boring, and he didn't, and somebody who made the film didn't want him to be in the film, so he chose a made up character, you know, the person with the orange hair, you know, that guy. So as again, I don't know why, but I still find that character boring, you know, the one who's like, I don't want this, I like something else, why don't we just have, I'm in love with my car. Like, I think that's the only thing I like, was when they were arguing and thinking, what song can I do? I'm in love with my car. That's the only thing I like, not because it sounds appropriate, but I didn't like that bit, but I like how it's so they discuss about, because I've never seen that much bits in films like this, you know, with artists kind of singing films, documentary kind of drama films like this, when they say, oh, why don't we just do that song? No, why don't we do this song? And that's the only film I saw when they discussed their songs. And in the other films like Rocketman, they don't really discuss what songs they'd want to do. Not that much anyway. The same with Ever the movie, because it was just an interviewing sort of thing. So, as again, I'm not sure. But as again, probably because I'm watching this through. But as again, I'm not really watching this through. I'm just trying to remember what I have to say in this video. So, I've cleared that out as the way with how much good it is and how much the acting is really superb. But why does it have to be really bad? I never seen the bad bits in the film, if that makes sense, because there's some bad bits apparently in the film. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. So this is my review of Bohemian Rhapsody, my reaction. And there's not much things I remember about first seeing it at a cinema, but when I watched on Netflix recently, as you know, it was kind of good, really good, because I haven't seen it for ages. I think, why don't we watch it with my family? And I really did like it, and as you know, so, but again, I'm not sure how I can express this film that much that I wanted to. So, because it's one of those films, really good films, that you can't say it's bad because it isn't bad. So you can't review this film because it's not bad, it's really good. So I'm not sure what else to say about it. You know what I mean? So I got nothing. But yeah, this is all I got. That everything was so good in this film. How everything take its time, because some films that do with anything doesn't take its time to go, okay, next scene, oh my god, there's a drama with some blowing up bits, oh, what we do, next scene, with some talking bits, and they just wash it. But this one, it took its time. It definitely felt that every single frame, every single clip of them talking, it took time, it took effort into it. And that's the other thing I haven't seen that much in this film, even though I did see the whole entire film of it. So I feel like, I don't know, it's like really good. As again, I'm just gonna say the least important things in the film is everybody looks exactly like the people in the band, and I'm quite impressed really, because I watched loads of people I watched loads of singer kind of band documentary kind of dramas, and they don't look the same as what they're supposed to look like. And with Queen and Bohemian Rhapsody, they look the same. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I know I felt like I took it in the rush. I wasn't. I just felt like I haven't got anything to say but what I remember of this film. So basically, I got everything down in the paper of my script, but it's just I think there's more that I had to say, obviously, but I can't remember what it was. So I put everything down yesterday, and now I'm doing the video today, and then I think, what was that again? And it's really stuck in this head. So obviously I can't really remember, but I can and I can't. So yeah, I'm taking this view in a positive way. So take that in mind. So yeah. One more thing I have to say is I'm not a Queen person. I wasn't an Elvis person, but I still liked Elvis the film. So what can I say about this one? Don't know. I still like the hell out of it, but it's just not. But Queen's not my cup of tea. Elvis is not my cup of tea. But I still like those two films. So I'm not sure what else to say about Queen or anything else to do with, you know, artists that I don't really like, but I still like their films, if that makes sense. Like, I do like David Bowie, but I'm not into David Bowie, but I still like Labyrinth, you know what I mean? That sort of thing. So it's like with Queen, I'm not into Queen, but I am into Bohemian Rhapsody, that sort of thing. So, I'm not sure. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you all later. Bye!